Hello, 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 people. How is everybody tonight? I hope we are all doing well. Uh, so let me get into my Discord so anybody can come in that wants to. We are on air. Let's see. So, hey, Metal. How are you tonight? Although I seen you like about what 5-10 minutes ago over on our heard from you 5-10 minutes ago on Dillert's channel.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, you're in.
I am in.
Cool. So what's new?
Not much.
Um,
I finished my centerpiece for my collab. Did you see the information about my collab?
I'm not sure. I know something. Are you talking about tomorrow night for the 5th anniversary?
Well, the fifth anniversary is tomorrow night, but I made the due date way later because I only came up with the decision very, very late.
Oh yeah, about drawing one of your characters, and that you're gonna.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put it all into one big piece together for the fifth anniversary. It's gonna sit there pinned to the top of the website for like a year.
Yeah, I should redo one of your characters.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I did one, so
Yeah, I've already got a couple submissions. Some other people saying they're gonna do some, so I'm gonna have to harass them to
yeah.
make sure that they do it. But I finished my centerpiece that's gonna go in the middle of the collab.
Cool, cool, cool. Um, So did you know that they were planning on, or that they have done a started a new Night Court series?
I did, and they decided that they were going to take one of the most slapstick sitcoms ever and turn it into a not so slapstick, not comedy show. They're attempting it to be comedy, but I haven't seen a single joke in it.
You've actually seen the first couple episodes?
Yeah,
I thought it was actually pretty good, especially for today. You know,
yeah, but that's a very, very low bar.
true, true, true. But I'm surprised some of the stuff's made it in it. Considering today, I think there might have been a cringe moment or two, but some of the humor that they've put in it, I was sort of surprised.
Yeah, I don't know. I just super low bar.
Yeah. Uh, and I take it you probably haven't seen the latest DC animated film with the Legion of Superheroes, Supergirl Legion.
No, I haven't, but I thought it was pretty dumb for them to jump straight like do a Supergirl in the Legion of Superheroes. Like I know she's done a lot of stuff with the Legion, but it's like you're introducing these to a bunch of people who have never even heard of the Legion of Superheroes before.
Yeah,
Why not just go to the beginning and do it right?
yeah. It was I got it through sailing the high seas myself. It
It's
wasn't
the
too.
best way to get it.
um, it wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, they did erase. He wasn't in it really, Lightning Lad, but they had a sort of like a hollow statue of him up, and they race swapped him,
Uh,
and they race swapped Triplicate Girl as well, or Triad Damsel, Dual Damsel, whatever you want to call her. So that was a bit disappointing when they seeing that done, but it was fairly good for the most part. But yeah, I thought, and it was well, they did bring back for, well, obviously, as you know, from the Night Court, they brought back the the prosecutor attorney, or no, the defense attorney. What was he for the original series?
Y- I actually don't remember what he was. I know he's the defense attorney in this series.
Yeah, I think he was the prosecutor
Yeah, because I
prosecuting.
think he was part of the joke is when he did finally come back, he almost started breaking down the defendant like he was prosecuting him. He's like, "You're the defense attorney." Oh, okay. Can we start over? Which is
Yeah,
actually probably one of the funnier jokes in the episode, sadly enough.
yeah, and I'm still trying to get used to Bernadette as Harry's uh you know daughter.
Yeah,
Uh, uh, is the actor
good
of
actress.
yeah, is the actress or actor of the Harry dead, or do you know?
I remember after seeing the first episode, I watched Red Letter Media on it, and they were like, because they could only get this guy. Oh yeah, that's what you get for rebooting a show where everyone's dead, and they showed like 4 rest in peace pictures over it. So I think he is one of the ones that died.
Okay, because I know Bull's not dead. It'd be neat to see him in it. But I do like how it's a little bit of a continuation of the original series.
Yeah.
Although I haven't seen the original series in full. Wouldn't mind doing that at some point. Watching every single episode of Night Court. But of course
Every episode of Night Court. That I don't know, man. It can be funny at times, but it can also weigh on you after a while too.
yeah, maybe I wouldn't do it in one full swing. Right now I'm going through Love Boat actually.
Love Boat. You know, I might actually ahead and say that that's a better show.
Yeah, they've got their
I'm not
comedic.
sure I'd say it by much, but it's probably a better show.
So hopefully it does some it does good. That's something I didn't do yet. I didn't share this out or like it. Well, I can't really like it from in behind, but I can share it out on Twitter.
Hey, Crossy.
Oh, it's pastry.
Hey, pastry.
Guess it's time for me to go. I'm kidding.
Why you gotta be like that to me?
That's just how I am.
Oh well. Gotta go ahead and deal with it, I guess.
You don't have to. That's a personal choice. I'm gonna do it anyway, though. So just to warn you.
I looks like I got two options. One, deal with it, or two, don't.
Well,
Yeah,
you
pretty
deal
much.
you deal with it, but it's how you deal with it. You can deal with it one of two ways. It's just like when somebody says, "Buy hive." It's a question whether you would behave good or bad.
There's only one human in the chat. How dare they?
How
Only one
dare
that we
they?
know. The only one that we
there's
know of. Well, I guess that would be a viewer if they don't chat, right?
I mean, how dare you call me a human? I mean, I feel kind of insulted.
You're not a Lorenzo, are you?
No, 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 no.
No, he's a metal man. He's a robot.
I am an anomaly. Thank you very much.
That's
So the
very
metal.
anomalous.
So, the metal. How have you been?
I've been kind of doing fine. I've been running around trying to get this this kind of 5th anniversary thing for my website and comic together. We were talking about that a little bit ago before we started talking about Night Court. But yeah, tomorrow my comic's going to be 5 years old. Woo!
Interesting. What are you doing for it? For the
I'm
5-year anniversary?
doing a big collab. Actually, I'm gonna post the link in the chat. That anybody can join in. It's due on the 11th. Even though tomorrow's the anniversary. I came up with it too late, so I wanted to give people time to actually do stuff.
11th of February or March?
It's this 11th.
Oh, so
Saturday.
4 days from now.
Well, I put the thing up on February 2nd, and I have been pushing it around everywhere, so people have had over a week to do it.
I've never seen it, and yet I've seen you. So what is one supposed to do?
Draw a metal
Well,
character. No, an
yeah,
X Dynamis
I was
Chaos
say
character.
I came up with it last Thursday, so it would have been 2 days after the last time we spoke. Yeah, so the rules are you draw any single character that appears on the website. It's not just for the main comic, but anything X Dynamis Chaos. Any character that appears on the website, even if somebody just wants to draw a throwaway background character that they saw in a single panel just for, giggles, I don't care. As long as they can point to where it was, and that's fine.
That'd be funny.
It would. Somebody said they might draw an exploding car just because that happened once. And it's like, well, I'm drawing the person in the car, but I can't see them, so the exploding car is the best I could do. You're like, you know what? If you do that, I'll put it in. The image has to be either a PNG or a TIF file with a transparent background. The character does not have to be in color, but everything within the line art must be flat. So, like, if people just want to do line art and have, like, a white picture, that's fine. As long as the background's transparent. It can be any quality. There's no snobbiness. It's a community collab. With the only exception is can't be a stick figure. It's got to be slightly higher than that. Kindergarten art is acceptable.
I know why the no stick figure.
Well, we'll
a
have
lot
to
of reasons
think.
for no stick figures.
So, what is the reason you're thinking of metal?
What's Rick's reason? Because I've got many.
Oh, mine is because of the whole little bit of community that we had about the stick figure.
Oh, yeah, there's that. I actually completely forgot about that. I was gonna say is because it's hard to work a stick figure into this type of collab, right? Given the fact that like I have to put all the images together in one thing, I have to do some type of background thing and stuff like that. Like I'd have to put like a stroke or something around, like, and also you can't really tell a character from a stick figure. Like, maybe you put like their haircut on it or something. Maybe you go like a Henry Stickmin route, but it's just like a stick figure is just too low quality for any type of collab. It's got to be slightly higher than that. If it's a bubble person or a block person, that's fine. So I think somebody could draw like a Roblox character and wouldn't care as long as you can still see what the character is by looking at their outfit and traits and stuff.
Roblox character. I'm honestly not a big fan of their fandom.
I've never got into Roblox. I was probably a little too old when it came out.
Yeah.
Timothy's here.
More rules. There are more rules. You do not have to coordinate the character of your choice. Anybody can do any character. It's not like, oh, people are picking stuff. In fact, if everybody did the same character, I wouldn't care. It'd be cool to see who people actually like to draw. The image must be no higher rated than PG-13. I love my more attractive characters, but they must remain clothed.
That sounds like pastry rules right there.
Pretty much everything on my site is like no higher than PG-13. There's a couple things that might push it, but it's still like PG-13. I don't go higher than that on the website. You do not have to share a name or a pseudonym or anything. It can be completely anonymous, though I would like to be able to credit people since there will be a separate gallery with each piece individually, where I'll hyperlink one personal website of their choice if they give me a name. And yeah, other than that, it's got to be in by the 11th, and you can get it to me anyway. DM.
Any particular
share it on
time on
Twitter.
the 11th?
Before the 11th is over.
Okay.
I'll give until California time.
Timothy's here and says, interesting. Damn it. I was going to draw a stick figure. Damn it. I mean, a stick figure. Wait a minute. He said nothing about a sick figure. and, uh,
Stick
and,
figure
then,
Joshua, no stick figures. Oh well.
and then Timothy's, stick
All right.
figure Joshua. He said nothing
I
about
have a
sick.
question for Life. How does one submit it?
So the submission can literally be getting the image to me in any way. I've got in that link that I put. All the rules are out there, flesh. But you can either email it to me at either of my 2 email addresses that are listed on the site. I have both my professional and business email. And yes, those are 2 different things. You can tweet it at me with or just tweet it period with the hashtag EDK Year 5. You can DM it to me on Discord if the file size fits. You could even just host it in a drive, like a Dropbox, Google Drive, or whatever. Send the link to me, or even just post the image link in the comments below on the post. Like any way of getting it to me before the time qualifies.
That was snail mail. Just kidding.
I don't think it'll get there in time.
Yeah, unless you sent it out tomorrow, like rush delivery.
Yeah. In the gallery, if people get me late entries, I will put it in the bigger gallery in a section underneath, and I'll call it late entries. That just will not be able to be in the big collab piece that will be pinned to the top of the site for the rest of the year.
So if there's any duplicates, do you just put all the duplicates together? Or
Every entry that comes in. People can even submit more than 1 entry if they want, though I don't think anybody will bother to take the time to do that.
Well, technically, I could divide some certain things and have about like 9 entries.
I will not accept previously drawn pictures.
And you know about my previously drawn pictures.
I do. It's not even a quality thing. Those pictures were part of a contest, so they cannot apply for this
a
collab.
contest. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your favorite
Character?
Oh, yeah.
That's a tough one. I mean, there's a lot of characters I like.
Of his
In your-
universe?
Yes.
No, that's what I'm trying to think. That's a really tough one because there's a lot of peculiar characters, especially characters that are just like only on the in the character section of the website that I really like. Shock, it's not me. I'm not my favorite character.
No one is. Or wait, no.
There's a
I
lot of
take
people
that back.
I got a question. Is a certain thing that we did a while back drawn
It's
up
still
and
on the table. Listen. It's still happening. This anniversary just snuck up on me. If I wasn't already talking to somebody about anniversaries, I wouldn't even bother to check and realize that the 5th anniversary was coming up. And I don't like celebrating all of them. 5 is just like the first important milestone.
Yeah. Oh no, the only reason I ask is because if that story was up, I could draw somebody from that story.
Listen, you're not drawing yourself, Rick.
I can't draw myself.
Crafty.
The story's not there, so I can't draw.
Yeah. No, it's not up. It's still happening.
Oh yeah, I'm not
But
worried.
both
about
of the shorts are. I was more worried, which I did get it to everybody who I had to get it to, was getting you guys your the commission works, which I did get you yours and all the other ones. The shorts I knew were just going to end up being pushed back as I was trying to juggle the entire last year or so.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, who's my favorite character on the website?
Is it the main one? The one that's on your logo?
Zeva is not my favorite character. No, she's up there. It's the mascot for X Dynamis Chaos.
Hello, Just Caro. How are you?
It's probably Luna. who has a page on the website because she has already shown up in the written version of A Hymn of Valor. She just hasn't shown up in a comic yet, so there's character art of her. But that's probably my favorite character on the website.
So, how about the characters that aren't on the website?
No, only characters on the website count.
No. Pastry's asking what's your favorite character of yours that's not on the website.
Again, only characters on the website count. I don't want to start talking about characters that are on there because that could spoil things for stories for people.
Like
Oh
just
no.
Carol says, I'm the same as I was 20 minutes ago on Dillard's.
Well, it's good that nothing drastic has happened to you in the last 20 minutes. That would be kind of unfortunate if it did.
Yes.
A lot could happen in 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
true. And a lot could not happen in 20 minutes. Just depends on, life.
Yep. I'm kind of wondering who's the staff on this. Let's see here. We got Metal. You put your real name on here, by the way.
No, that's not my real name. That is my publishing name / pen name,
Malcolm.
which I have no problem with having my real name on there. I don't hide it or anything, but that is my publishing name, so that's why that's on there.
Oh, okay. I'm just clicking around.
Which I've explained before. The reason I have a pen name is not because I'm trying to stay anonymous or anything. It's just because my first and middle names are the most common names to be paired with my last name, and also the most common profession for that set of names is publishing. So there's a lot of Thomas Richard McGraths in publishing,
Jeez.
but there are no Malcolm Reinhardt Terzeks in publishing. Other than
I
me.
did not realize that that was one of your middle names.
Yeah.
Richard, that is.
Yes, I am also a Rick.
You're
Just in
also
the middle.
you're also
On
a
the inside. I'm a dick on the inside, yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're also a dick. And hello, Lorenzo. How are you?
I want something out of the ordinary, so I guess it's the main one for me.
Yeah, I'm just a little hair short of being a Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Your main character is gonna definitely be different than what I usually draw, but let's go.
You can draw it in your style.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I would prefer people do. That's actually the character I drew for the centerpiece, but I would be not upset to have multiple versions of Zeba in the same piece.
All right, I think I'll go for someone else then, since you said a lot of people are doing them.
Oh, actually, you're the only other person that said. I don't know what everyone's doing. Some people are like, "Oh, I'm still trying to decide." I know what a couple.
I'm still
people are.
trying to decide still.
I think one of my friends said she was going to draw possibly the giant evil vulture that appeared in page 1 of On Tour, Mitch and Sandy. Because I told her about Crandor, and she really likes that character. I'm like, that would be a cool one to have in the background of the piece.
Or maybe I should draw the you character. You.
You could, because I actually don't think anybody else is so far.
I was just thinking I could redraw the Jackrabbit lady.
Yeah,
being
you could.
the year of the rabbit.
Yeah, well, that one might end up in 2 galleries then, because even if they were drawn before, I think I'm going to end up collecting all of the Jack Rabbit pictures at the end of the year for Year of the Rabbit Gallery.
What do you mean, as in the Jackrabbit Gallery?
Well, I have a character who is a superhero called the Jackrabbit. That was going to be in a story that didn't get kickstarted, but I'm still eventually going to do it, called The Outstanding Jackrabbit. And her name is Jackie Harper, because her name is somewhat of a pun. And
Yeah, I could tell.
she literally transforms into an anthropomorphic rabbit when there's danger. Against her will, she hates it. And it's like a kind of a cross between a speedster superhero story and a magical girl story.
Yeah, I definitely am not the best at drawing girls.
You can draw whatever. Like it'll be
any-
accepted. I'm telling you.
I'm just saying in general. I tend to do better whenever I draw like characters that are structurally males.
You do better with more angular bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people do. Some people are better with more rounded bodies, and that's why they tend to do better with the feminine figure because it's curvier. It just it depends what you work with.
Yeah.
Tim,
Timo, what?
I was gonna say. Go ahead.
No. Read what Timothy has to say.
Timothy said a while back, inside metal there is a dick. Gross.
Wow, what a shocker.
Now, what were you about to say, Rebellious?
I was gonna say that I tend to draw pastry more structurally like a male. To just like offset the fact that they have like feminine hair. They're definitely interesting to draw correctly. I've never really drawn any characters with bare shoulders. You have a better reference of your character. I grabbed the Act 1 cover. I want to see what the clothing is like, but his arm is in the way. Oh, now I see. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of the episode 2. Your main one.
Well, I mean, he's got a lot of outfits.
Oh.
No, they are mostly the same outfit. Really, he only wears two things. It's either the dogi, or he wears the same pants, but like sneakers, a V-neck shirt, and maybe a different jacket because he's got like two different jackets he wears. But he's like, it's almost like a cartoon character where if you were to go to the closet and open it up, it would just be a bunch of the same outfits.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Well, like everyone else changes their shirts and pants and stuff. It's like now he's just got a bunch of the exact same thing.
I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go with the like you see in the episode 3, how like the album cover has like the more like the zip down style of hoodie.
Oh yeah, the zip up hoodie with the white V-neck. Yeah.
I'm gonna go more with that because it's more of what I. Yeah. But if anyone else wants to talk, I can stop rambling. I'm just giving Crossy free watch hours since he has a hard time with keeping the chat or the on panel chat alive.
I don't know. We were having a pretty vivid conversation before you stepped in.
About what?
Night Court.
Night Court, the new Legion of Superhero movie.
Yeah.
Now, not for me, but definitely a question. What's your rules on gender bending?
Gender bending. Like full on changing sex. Like that happens a lot actually in the comics for some characters. In Realms and Relics, it's actually one of the main plot mechanics in the whole first chapter.
Imagine if in the gender bending process somebody gets stuck halfway through. The
Yeah.
bending, the bending process.
But part of that's probably influenced from the fact that my favorite comic is Ron the One Half.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yep.
I'm just asking
you-
questions.
Forget the name of this character, Rick.
That I'm drawing?
Yeah.
There you go.
Are you
Uh,
drawing
It's
your
just Axe
dead?
Max.
Yeah.
Are
Axe
you
Max.
are you okay? I was just about to ask. Are you drawing dead air again?
No.
No.
Is
Another name that he goes by sometimes is Maximum Axe. Or is it Max Axe? Is it Axe Max? I think it's. I got it wrong.
Can't even remember the name of your character.
I was just about to say that.
Well, I just got it sort of mixed up.
See, I think you should definitely keep it Axe Max because Max Axe or Maximum Axe seems like an more would be like a female, but it could be a male axe murderer who's got a lot of junk in their trunk. It'd be like a femme fatale name, honestly.
Name does not imply gender, I don't think.
Well, it can. But you could have I mean, Max could be short for Maxine, so, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or, I mean,
it can be short.
with-
Max can be short for either a guy's name or a girl's name.
Yeah, I've seen a few different variations. But I was talking about the almost double entendre that axe could be interpreted for. Would probably be more appropriate for a femme fatale.
Okay, I probably know it, but I'm blanking on it. What would be the axe for the femme fatale?
Oh, because it sounds like ass.
Oh,
Right, to like have a whole bunch of junk in her trunk.
oh, okay, I get
Just
it.
this Max Axe.
That would be Max Ass. Ass Max?
Yeah.
Maximum Ass?
Yeah.
I think
Uh,
he's making fun of your character, man.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, as a name, if I heard somebody whose name was Maximum Axe, I would assume that they were an axe murderer with a bunch of junk in their trunk.
Okay.
Almost like a play on words, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Well, he does wield an axe of sorts.
A guy with a big ass.
No.
Very, very big axe.
Man. We just love how this show is going tonight.
There's
Thank you, Lorenzo.
there is his
Yeah, Lorenzo on the
axe.
ball with the links.
Yes. And yes, thanks Lorenzo. for doing that, as you can see there. Well, technically, I'm not sure whether I consider that an axe or not.
Mm.
Either that or very stylish axe.
Maximus Aximus.
Yes, that is definitely what it's short for.
Well, luckily on his chest he has an axe for a symbol, so hopefully not too many people get confused.
Just so you know, one of my characters also has an axe as their symbol, too. But yeah. Imagine having an axe as a symbol.
That's seeing as how it's something to throw doesn't and that can kill people for comics. It's not too. I'm actually surprised there's not more of them.
Yeah.
I'm
When I
actually.
think of comic-like characters and axes, I don't even think of an axe. I think of guitars, and I think of
Yeah.
what's his name? Val Hallen from the Super. Was it Justice Friends?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the Justice Friends. Totally righteous, dude.
Which was
Nice.
which was a parody version of Thor, and then there was a parody version
Yeah.
of Captain America, and I forget who.
Sort of, right?
And Hulk.
It was Major Glory and the Infraggable Krunk, and they were kind of like mixes of things because their whole little Justice Friends was obviously a parody of both the Justice League and the Avengers, but it was more in the setting of like Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Yeah. That I was gonna say with the Justice Friends, that obviously seems more like Super Friends, which is DC, but all the characters
Yeah.
seem to be more Marvel.
Well, Major Glory is kind of like if you made Superman Captain America.
Yeah.
He even was supposed to have like some Superman-like powers. But the other two were definitely far more Marvel than Glory was.
Yeah. Because one was pretty much Thor and the other the Hulk.
So, Crossy, are you doing anything for Metal's collab?
Probably. I'm gonna probably try something in the next 4 days. I'm not sure how well it's gonna turn out. I'll probably do something tomorrow. Tomorrow while I'm doing all my comic stuff.
Why didn't you do it during Saturday's draw along?
He didn't know. Even though I had been sharing this link around quite a bit.
Yeah, I've either heard about it Saturday night or I might have heard about it beforehand, but I probably forgot about it for some reason. So hopefully I don't forget about it by tomorrow.
Yeah, imagine how much a slap on the wrist it'd be if I got something into Metal but you didn't.
He's done stuff in the past.
I've entered 2 contests before. One I came in first, the other came in, I don't know, third or something like that.
You came in first by default. There was literally no other entries because I had to close it down.
Why did you have to close it down?
Well, Rick was actually one of the reasons. There were a bunch of people that were kind of like pestering me, saying like, "Hey, you should enter the Tezuka manga contest." And then like I was like, "Okay, if I do though, will people be fine if I like delay the rewards and stuff on this?" And everybody was fine with it. So I entered the Tezuka manga contest, and that's how we got Realms and Relics.
Yeah. And then nobody, of course,
Nice.
nobody but me entered the one
Yeah.
contest. Hey, I won, whether it was by default or
You
not.
won. Yeah. You did win. And I did say you were still going to get the grand prize no matter what.
What was the grand prize?
For both contests, the prizes in order were the third prize was a black and white commission, which in the first one went to a Mr. Evan Hotep, who doesn't go by that name anymore. The second prize was a colored commission, which for the first one would have went to Dillard, but Dillard also owes me a commission from I think like the one Scribattle that I entered and won. I think it was because it was Pokemon, and I just know way too much about Pokemon. Um,
I remember you saying something about that.
yeah, so we just canceled each other's out since we basically owe each other the same thing. And we're like, cool, that's one less thing either of us have to worry about. Um, and the grand prize was a colored commission, like the previous one, but also the winner got to basically write a 4-page comic short with me that I will eventually finish drawing with editorial supervision because it was going to be a canon short to X Dynamis Chaos,
Ooh, canon.
which
So
we
you
wrote
pretty much.
Rick's on stream. People can go back and watch that.
Yeah, we did that over on one week. We did that whole thing, or was it 2 weeks or 2 days?
I do not recall. We might have done it mostly in one session.
You don't recall?
Nope, I don't recall.
Why do you always come back to this show, Metal? Even though we're like how we are.
Listen, I consider Rick a friend. Okay.
I'm gonna change your character's shirt to gray because of how like if I were to go ahead and put if I were to put the shirt color as white, then it would look like your character doesn't have all your character has on is their hoodie.
You know, I actually went through a whole day of high school like that before. And it was mostly to prove that the advanced placement, like the AP students, could get away with like anything. So I did not have a shirt on that whole day. When I was walking around the hall, I had my hoodie zipped up, but when I got into the classroom, I would unzip it.
Also, remember, Pastry, you got to take out the background. Well, I guess you don't have to take out the background.
It's the skin that's the problem. Yeah. Because, like, think about this. With my stylization,
always does white skin.
Yeah. Think unless it's a person of color, then I go ahead and
it would be like if the Simpsons were wearing yellow shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I think that's funny, but yeah.
Well, sometimes do they ever have they ever worn yellow shirts?
I have no clue. Probably. I think the only person I can think of off the top of my head that wears yellow, who I can't remember the character's name, but I think he is a black Hispanic, and it's the dude in the bee suit. So his skin color doesn't match the fur in the bee suit anyway.
Yeah. Oh, Lorenzo says, don't ask him about his big axe. And then Lorenzo puts a link to Dillard's channel. And thank you.
That's very nice of you, Lorenzo.
Lorenzo is a professional when it comes to live shows. He's on the ball.
Yeah. Especially his own.
Yeah. And he does a good job at his.
Yes, he does.
Did you know I was on the first show ever for him?
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he was on this panel before that several times.
He's not on this panel anymore.
Well, sometimes he does, not lately, but...
It's been a while, but, you know.
He knows he's welcome anytime. He just got to come in through the Discord.
Yeah. I know some stuff about Lorenzo won't say on air, but yeah. Stream fatigue
you
is
hear
real.
That, Lorenzo? Pastry's got dirt on you. That sounds like extortion.
No.
We got some real drama building up over here.
If If I had a problem with somebody, I would take my imaginary boxing mitts and take it to the DMs.
Well, that's good.
But yeah,
The less drama
I just
on air, the better.
I just don't know how much Lorenzo feels comfortable sharing about like stream fatigue. But all I'm saying is stream fatigue is real. I've definitely gotten myself like really burned out of shows, even burned out of my own.
Oh, I know that. I have a few times too. Lorenzo says pastries, gathering intel on all of us. And Timothy's like, what is real?
That damn bread roll. What are we gonna do about this bread roll?
No, a buddy of mine just sent me a DM with a snippet from my own comic because he finally found one of the Zeba spottings. Yeah, Pastry, if you don't know, what I like to do is I like to hide the mascot of X Dynamis Chaos in the background of panels sometimes because she's a space-time traveler that is watching historical events. So it's almost like a Where's Waldo.
Oh yeah, that's cool. So why is she the main character?
She's not the main character, she's a mascot.
Why is she the mascot?
There might be spoilers involved in that, so I don't think I can answer that question right now.
Oh man.
Bread rolls. Yo, I could go for a bread roll.
Wait a minute. But if bread rolls are the answer, then I have the answer, but I don't.
No,
no,
no.
therefore-
Timothy said bread roll.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Timothy, mail me a bread roll. You made me hungry.
I was just messing around. I had no
I don't
idea what
think
he
you would-
was talking about.
I don't think it'd be legal to mail myself to Texas.
Legal?
What?
No. Legal? No. Possible? Possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know.
I don't
Probably-
know whether it's been done, but there's a YouTube video. I don't know whether it's been done for free, but there's YouTube videos about people mailing themselves different places.
Oh yeah, no, it's
I
possible.
think it's
just
fake.
As long as
It's
you don't have to
fake.
go, as long as you don't have to go into a plane, it's possible. Because where cargo is stored is not pressurized, and it gets really, really cold, to the point that people would die if they were up there.
Yeah.
How much layers of clothing would you have to wear to actually
You
survive
also
that?
wouldn't have a lot of oxygen, even if you had holes in the box.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a bad idea. Don't do that, pastry. Don't
I
be
would-
dumb.
No, you know what I'd do? I'd mail a Dunkin' Donuts the gift card.
Dunkin' Donuts gift card.
Or wait, no, bread roll. Where would one get bread rolls from? I guess
Kentucky
A
Fried
bakery?
Chicken?
A bakery?
Walmart.
Yeah, you can
just
from
mail a
Walmart.
just mail a Kentucky Fried Chicken gift card. There you go. You got bread rolls.
I know. There's a place that literally has bread in the name. You just go to Panera Bread.
Oh, Panera Bread. Yeah, I've never been to a Panera Bread.
I have. They've
Wow.
pretty good food. They're a little like they're more of the atmosphere. They try to have that kind of like sit-in coffee shop vibe where you could like meet with people, read a book or something. So some of their stuff is a little overpriced, but
Oh,
it's good. You're just paying like a buck or two more than you probably should for the quality of the food.
You might as well just pick one up from a grocery store because they got their soup in there.
I'm not sure whether you have this chain down there. Popeyes?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Popeyes.
Dude, Popeyes.
We
They're-
got Popeyes up here in
they're-
Idaho.
Well, they don't have bread rolls, but they have biscuits, which are pretty good.
Their
Oh,
biscuits are pretty good.
biscuits, bread rolls. They're both made out of
Dough.
same ingredients.
I prefer Church's as a
Church's
chicken joint,
chicken.
but
That
Popeyes
is a
all
good. That is good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been to one, but Raising Cane's.
Yeah, I've been
Yes.
to Raising Cane's, yeah.
Raising Cane's
Yes.
is so dope. I'd go to the one in Texas in Parker Heights, and I'd always order a number 8. I think. No, not number 8. It was a chicken sandwich.
I
Yeah.
honestly don't
That's a
understand
Louisiana
getting
restaurant, but yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
understand getting a chicken sandwich at like I've always been either like getting the tenders or the nuggets. I don't
Well,
understand getting bread.
because it comes with fries. So
Well, the
I went there
nuggets
so much.
or the tenders also come with fries.
I mean, I went there so much that the last time I went there, they had my order ready, and all I had to do was pay. They saw me coming. So
Dude.
that's
Lorenzo,
my usual.
Lorenzo says, I haven't been going on many streams because I really get worn out, even just toasting my own streams. Yeah, I get that. Also, someone has
it's
to drop the
understandable.
links in chat. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
People, you
I've
don't, but it's nice for someone to, for sure.
I definitely have gotten fried on Lorenzo's stream even before it was time up back when I
Fried.
had my show and his show on the same day. I came late and left early sometimes.
Are you smoking weed?
No,
You're getting fried? Getting toasted?
mentally fried.
Oh.
Huh, dude.
I think
All
that
right,
I think
Colorado.
I think that happens with weed too.
Ugh. I think Blue Light does that too.
Bunch of, on our stream rolling a bunch of doobies.
No. Actually,
End
no.
up living in a van down by the river off of government cheese.
Damn right.
No, that was Scott. No.
Man. Definitely not.
That reference might be a little too old for pastry.
Yeah, I know. I don't think she gets
But-
that.
But, I'm
Best part-
currently. Oh, yeah?
Oh no, I was gonna say best part of that skit is that whole thing when he falls on the table was an accident.
yeah. But a lot of it was like he was just letting himself go around to have physical humor like that. Like if he was gonna lose his balance, he was just gonna let it happen.
And, hey,
That was-
Jeff.
That was the best part. I'm sorry, pastry. Go ahead.
Man. All I'm gonna say is I would never get high on air.
Off air is different, right? Sorry.
Well, Colorado.
Yeah. Talking about not.
That's like all you gotta say.
That's honestly the first time there has been like a Colorado weed joke that I haven't made about me. But yeah, congrats. Now I gotta figure out how or where I can find the metal DM. Probably through the Crossy stuff. Can you
Well,
DM?
you can always just right-click my name and hit message.
Wow, that sounds smart. I'm
Yeah.
definitely not a big Discord mechanics junkie.
Discord
When I-
mechanics junkie. I'm learning a whole list of new words here.
Well,
Discord mechanics junkie.
Lorenzo
Well-
says, I'm
There we
fine.
go.
I'm fine having smaller groups of panelists who stagger in at different times. Yeah. And for anybody that's wanting to check it out, I have actually opened a TikTok about a week ago. I've got 4
Eh.
videos up on there. I've just put the link to it in the chat. So if anybody wants to follow me over there, they can. A lot of it's going to be
I'm-
similar to YouTube. but shorter videos of the same
I'm
style.
gonna
That's the idea.
go
There we
ahead and fix
Save
my
the image.
arm. I'm gonna fix the arm proportions. Hold on.
Rick's
Oh, okay.
Rick's helping to destroy what's left of people's attention spans by joining TikTok.
No, oh no.
There
Just
is a
please
TikTok
don't.
for X Dynamis Chaos. I have not uploaded to a while, and it was literally just
Please.
there to mirror the shorts that I already put up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Please don't cook cook chicken in in cold syrup. Please don't.
Oh, I
Crossy,
was totally gonna do that.
Huh?
I said
Wait,
Crossy.
Here
Oh,
we
I
go.
can do it then.
Rick, do you not
Please.
just cook everything in maple syrup?
No,
Have I
I
been
said
lied to?
I don't.
I said cold syrup.
I don't cook
I said
anything
cold
in
syrup.
syrup.
I said
The
cold
heck?
syrup. Not
Balkanians did.
But why would he use cold syrup when maple syrup is a choice?
well, think about this. TikTok.
This is what we're gonna have to
Oh.
do. We're gonna have to get the Canadian TikTok cooking and maple syrup challenge going.
Yeah.
Let's see. Joshua Hughes says TikTok. You're gonna let China spy on you, Rick? No, it's not. I'm not
he lives
doing
in-
doing it through my phone.
I was gonna say, you live in Canada. China's already spying on you.
Yeah, thanks to Trudeau. But I'm just putting up, like I said, short videos. I put up my verse of the day, or verse of the week. Sorry, this week. I've put up 3 videos for Canadian Shield Remastered pages 1 through 3. I'm gonna redo doing Tim's pages and put them up there.
Excellent.
Just trying to draw eyes on. Actually, I've gotten some decent numbers. Well, for me, anyways. So far on it, like my first video got 70, which isn't too bad. I know for TikTok it's way low, but
Nothing. Yeah.
but for somebody just starting, I think it's pretty decent.
Take your pick on the arm length there, Metal.
Okay.
I definitely felt like I made the arms a little too long for the
Oh,
legs.
I think the second one is definitely better.
Yeah.
The second one got 183 views for the page 2 remaster. The third one only got 7, which was low. And my verse of the week, which I just put up today, I think, is at 117.
I'm honestly kind of curious to see how religious content does on TikTok.
Rick will get back to you on that in a few weeks.
In a couple years, in a year or two.
Yeah. Because I'm just curious because of just what I know about the people who tend to be on TikTok.
I think there's both types on TikTok because when I was watching the thing on the trucker thing when Trudeau invoked the Emergencies Act, they started their lots of them were putting up videos on TikTok, and they ended up communicating over TikTok at first.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you aren't thinking you're gonna get on TikTok without a hate comment in general. But that's pretty much everyone.
I've got hate comments on YouTube.
He gets
Are they at
comments
least-
from his own watchers?
Are they at least
That's
funny?
That's done out of love, though, Metal. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not people need to.
I've actually
that-
got real ones. I think not serious hate ones, but just they're hate ones, or I would consider them hate ones. Not like I said serious, but they've happened.
Honestly, literally, every hate comment I've ever gotten, or close to almost every hate comment I've ever gotten have been all on one thing. But
Oh,
they've
okay.
they've pretty much like, and you guys probably can guess what.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
People have literally said more about my gender than anything I personally do on the channel. And it's like, why? Like, why out of everything you could say, why that?
Because
don't
it's probably
understand.
the thing that is the biggest hitting home for most people.
Like, dude, if you're gonna hate me, at least actually hate me for the actual content. Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't understand people.
Let's see. Lorenzo says Rick's got a TikTok because he's planning on lip syncing to "I Love Friday's hit or miss song." Joshua said, "Did you record yourself working out at the gym, Rick?" No.
Wait,
See, Joshua gave you a hate comment right there. Look.
is
Oh,
it?
hate comment.
Wait a minute. Is it the I'm not gonna sing it on air, but is it about the one that Belle Delphine did, or
I have
wrong
no
hit or
idea
miss
what
song?
that thing is for hit or miss.
Hit or miss.
Uh,
It was a big like trend where like um girls cosplaying as
Well,
like
that was her name. It was like Neon something was the name of the person who made it very popular. God, I cannot remember her name, but it was the "Guess You Never Miss" thing, and she was like dressed up
yeah.
like a cheerleader.
Think.
Lorenzo, you reiterate, I think Metal's comment. Rick's YouTube chat is full of trolls. Then he
But
says,
yeah.
donut holes? Donut holes are more conversational.
But
Wow.
wait,
Wow.
was that the hit or miss song that we're talking about now?
About
Or
a
Lore-
certain adult film actress. I don't know what the song's about. I just know the meme was started by a TikToker.
Yeah, Metal just read what the hit or miss was about.
wait, are we talking about the same one here?
I don't know.
Metal, are we talking about the same hit or
Probably.
miss?
Controversial, not conversational. Probably. It's the song that it was very popular on TikTok for a while.
Until they decided that they're offended by it.
Uh,
Kind of like what they did with Metallica, because Metallica was on Stranger Things, and then some TikToker tried to cancel them and didn't know a damn thing about them.
interesting.
Made a fool of herself. Yeah.
Why you think I don't get TikTok?
No one does.
Everything.
I mean,
don't
get
even
it
remember how
as
to
in like
log
the
into TikTok.
app. I mean, like get the app TikTok.
Oh no, you could just use it in your browser.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just using it in my browser.
There's no TikTok account in my name.
Yeah, well, if you.
Fun fact.
Well, then you're smart.
It's about another lady. I don't know the actress it's about. The extent
Well, isn't
to
it
that
kinda-
whole song that I've ever heard is the short clip section that ends up in TikTok. I've never even heard the whole song.
Now,
It gets worse.
Isn't it kind of weird how people in China, their TikTok has educational stuff and everywhere else is garbage?
well, it all depends on what you're looking up on it. And unfortunately, most of Canada and the States look up garbage stuff. You can probably find educational stuff.
Yeah, was it like Mike Miller was doing a lot of stuff on TikTok not too long ago?
I don't know. I didn't hear about that. I just,
I remember he was like saying like we got to get on this. We got to start putting content there, or else other people are.
oh, they have, but I would,
Yeah.
like, I was talking with Chris and that a couple weeks ago on their channel, and I was suggesting we've got to do stuff like this to get other venues. Like a lot of us comic guys have exhausted this venue of YouTube. For people.
Yeah.
I
So
can't remember how I logged into TikTok though.
Well, no,
Uh,
put it this way: they asked people in America what their what they people younger kids what they want to be when they grow up, and they said influencer. They asked kids in China what they want to be when they grow up. They said astronaut. That was the top answer.
Oh yeah,
Eh.
no. Our
See?
society is kind of screwed.
Yeah, and this is the younger generation. They're worried about being influencers. Well, in China, they want to be like astronauts, stuff like that.
they want to be astronauts.
astronauts.
Astronaut.
Astronaut. And being an astronaut was never on my list.
Yeah, but that's the point they're making about that study is that people in China are wanting to be things, while in the West we're worried about being influencers.
Yeah. In other words, it used to be firemen, astronauts, lawyers, doctors here in the States.
I wanted to be a archaeologist,
See,
specializing in paleontology.
there you go. See, and now it's something stupid like an influencer.
But I also wanted to be a lot of things. When I was 5, I wanted to own and operate my own pub.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say being an
Interesting.
influencer is stupid necessarily, but most of them don't have a clue of what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say on air what I want to be, but I definitely not influencer on the top priority.
Is it animator? Because that's
No,
oh yeah.
no, actually,
Is it crime
It's-
fighter?
nope.
I'm already
wait,
that.
do we?
Right
We
there.
don't have. Oh wait, this isn't StreamYards. I was gonna say I put it into private chat, but
There is a semi-private chat. It's technically still public, but every single stream room or video call room in Discord does have a dedicated chat room to it. But like anyone in Rick's server would be able to see it.
all right, I'll tell you guys after the show. But yeah, nothing in the realm of art or animation though, because I just want to diversify things. Like I personally could never see myself working for a huge industry.
Maybe you can always be like indie. Indie's always an option.
Yeah, I just want to do something else primarily, unless the YouTube gets big enough.
Ooh,
Eh.
I think Lorenzo's onto you, Rick.
Yeah, I was gonna say yes, Lorenzo.
Oh wait, what is he saying about the Crossy?
He's
Lorenzo
like,
says,
why
Rick,
do you
Rick, why do you want to influence people? Is it so you can lead your own robot army? I said, yeah, sure. An army of Robo Ricks.
No offense, but I feel like that.
Oh no!
That's,
Robo Rick is back.
Oh no!
Actually,
I
Robo
feel
Rick's
like-
gonna be making an appearance in Melvin 3 for the backup story.
Nice.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna say here is that's I feel like that tends to be like what a lot of people tend to try to accuse Christians of doing.
What?
Of what?
Of trying to have robots.
Really?
Or
I don't know. I think the church would be a lot
mean-
cooler if
I
it had a
mean,
robot
like-
army.
I mean like making people not think for themselves, I don't know.
Not any church I've been to.
Yeah. No one's ever told me not to think.
No, I think that's just
Yeah.
a principle of any mass indoctrination, which there are some sects of churches that do that, but that's not widely the case.
Yeah. I mean, you could leave a
You
church
have
and they're not
non-churches
gonna.
that do it too.
Yeah. I mean, you could say people on the left indoctrinate people.
It's like anybody who's trying to get any influence would prefer to have robots because they do what they want them to. You know, it's like programming.
I could never. I want real human beings.
Yeah, but see, you don't want to take over the world.
No. I feel like if I took over the world, then I'd have to deal with all the world's problems.
Oh, for sure.
See, humans would be the worst way to try to take over the world. I'm going to make cyborg bears because what
Oh,
are you going to do
no.
about that?
And we all know that bears are godless killing machines.
Yeah, and then once they're cyborgs, what are you going to do now?
And then everybody will have to bear it.
Womp, womp, womp.
Hmm. Huh.
I know. I
Interesting.
know you guys just couldn't bear that joke.
Womp, womp, womp.
Crossy, I think you're the joke at this point.
Oh yeah, I've been for quite some time.
It was so bad, I had to take a pause.
I get it.
For a split
get
second,
it.
Mel gave up all hope.
No, a pause. I think bears have paws.
No, they
Oh,
have
no.
feet,
Oh.
which are paws.
Yeah. Eh.
I certainly made pastry pause on that one.
Oh, jeez. I want to apologize to the people who happen to be in the chat.
I think Crossy might have scared them all off.
No, see, they're used to these jokes by now.
Yeah. Eh.
They stick around and bear it.
So they
As
basically
they claw
know.
at their own ears.
I'm sure that's what's happening right now.
Poor Lorenzo, man.
And if everybody out there could like and share this, let everybody know that we are here.
We are here, and
We want to apologize ahead of time, though.
yeah. I was gonna say we're here and we're queer, but I'm the only queer one, unfortunately.
Well, if you take the original meaning of it, we could say we are, but
No,
not the
people
modern.
give us weird looks.
Yeah, because the original meaning was weird, peculiar.
I guess on both meanings are queer. I definitely feel like I would scare off your main demographic, Crossy. Oh well.
I don't think
They
so.
win some, they lose some. They win some, they lose some. Think about this. You might get a whole, you might get more people by having me on here.
Yeah, possible.
I definitely keep the show afloat sometimes.
Maybe.
Now, here's something I don't understand. I understand for 5 minutes or something, but I don't understand the streamers that leave their panelists on their stream unattended for large amounts of time.
It's called
that's
trust.
risky. That's risky. Risky.
Oh, there's been people that have done that and they come back and what happened?
It can be risky, but it depends on, I would trust all of yous here if I went away for an hour.
I mean, it's also risky to leave a link to the into the StreamYards. Just ask Diana and
Well,
Chris.
Well, I would. Yes, that is definitely risky, but they also have they can let them in or not too.
That's
Whoever it
true.
is,
But
and
but
that gives.
yeah, I definitely I definitely feel um kind of I'm definitely worried no matter who I have on my show. If I have to leave for even 5 minutes, I'm concerned.
Like I said, anybody here, I'm not concerned with leaving. Um, you know,
I
the
honestly feel like we would all like just ask. We all would just try to
uh,
figure out who's alpha at that point.
yeah. And the great thing,
Me.
the great thing, the great thing is, I know Metal's got A-lister, so if anybody came in here and tried to cause crap or spew
I could
crap,
boot him.
yeah,
Now the question is, could you boot me, Metal?
yes, he could.
Yeah, I have that ability.
That's scary.
Yeah, especially because I was going to say the only person on my own show that I'm worried about being on there is me.
Because
Yeah.
you don't have any guests most of the time.
No, we have guests.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Every time.
most
well,
of the time
my,
it's me and Marsupial, but like,
that's what I mean.
Fizz been hopping in every so often recently.
Oh man.
Buck's a mod, so kind of like how same position I'm in here. He can just hop in whenever and move people in and out.
Is that dude still
Um,
making books? Is Joseph? Is he still making comic books?
Has he ever made one?
I think he had a campaign a long time ago, and
Yeah, I mean, he's an interesting dude, but like I don't know. He always comes on and he talks about like stuff he's planning to do, but I like, well, yeah, share it, and he just hasn't had anything to share. And I love to talk about other people's stuff. I just need something to share with people. I don't want to just talk about like would-be things.
It is very brave to be more concerned about yourself than Marsupial on your own show.
Oh, listen, I know that Marsupial gets pretty flamey on Twitter in heated debates and stuff, but I am definitely way worse than him in like every way when I actually get into stuff.
really,
Oh no.
Lorenzo
I have
says.
never.
Lorenzo say, "Oh, is that Marsupial? I thought it was Tim on the stream."
Oh, what?
No,
What?
no.
No, we're talking about the Vomitorium. Marsupial's my
Oh.
co-host on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tim on stream here with us right now, Lorenzo.
I
Yeah.
We were
look.
talking
I
about
look.
Marsupial and Metal on the Vomitorium there for a
I
second.
look nothing like Marsupial. You take that back.
He's probably just probably listening to the voice.
I
Yeah,
definitely
well, seriously,
feel
there
like
are no images of us on the stream anyway, so.
I definitely feel like that I can ever be mistaken for someone else in Crossy's base.
You used to not be able to tell the difference between my voice and Dillard's.
My
How is that
goodness.
even possible?
I have
I
no
don't know.
idea.
I mean, you don't even sound like you have a voice made for radio.
Ouch! Oh!
Didn't mean it that way, but my bad, dog. My bad.
I don't know. I think I
What?
could fill the same niche that like Art Bell used to fill on Coast to Coast AM. I could do that type
Yeah.
of radio.
I honestly didn't really know you guys super well. It sounds dumb now, but yeah.
Hello, Undead. How are you tonight? And Lorenzo says, all humans look alike.
Yes, we do. It is unfortunate. But
No,
yeah.
I'd probably argue that I probably have more of a voice for radio than anything when I'm actually like in the zone and projecting into it, putting the energy. Because most of my views weren't even views; they were plays, And they used to come off of SoundCloud, people
Ah.
listening to just the audio version of the Vomitorium back in the day.
Oh, okay. I'd like to see you and Dylan go head to head on who sounds better on radio.
Oh yeah, that
That
would
would be interesting.
definitely.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
even done gigs for like announcers at like events and stuff like that too.
Oh, yeah. So you've had a little bit of experience then.
Yeah, yeah.
Experience.
You can't talk about it like this. You really have to get into the zone and project your emotions and stuff. And be
Yes.
like, "Hey, everybody, are you ready for what's coming on around the corner?" And stuff like that. You know, it just depends what you're doing.
Yeah. Hey, everybody! Are you ready to rumble?
Please don't do that.
Who are you talking to?
Me. He's talking to me. Because he probably thinks you have more of a face for radio than I do. Or
Me?
voice.
Oh.
Lorenzo
Talking to-
says that he has a face for radio.
Mm. You don't show yours, Lorenzo Stack.
He says, "Just joking. Ladies love lizards.
Uh,
Shut up.
It's the eyes. They can't help but fall for those deep black pools on his face."
Imagine that. Imagine actually wanting a lady.
Yeah, they just look into his eyes. It's like looking into an abyss, and they're like, "Yeah, it's like looking into a mirror of my own soul."
If they even have one.
You thinking Lorenzo's don't have souls?
No,
No,
I'm
the
talking
lady's
about
looking
girls.
into Lorenzo's eyes.
I'm saying ladies don't have souls. Mm.
So over half the population of the Earth doesn't have souls. Just the guys.
I guess not.
Well, they are in short supply. What is the name of that? What they call it? The bank of souls, like theory. That's one of the dumbest ones, where it's like, oh, there's only a fixed number of souls in the world, and that's why most people are NPCs, and it has to be recycled around. People come up with the wackiest stuff.
Yeah, no, my like what I was saying is
The internet makes it worse, though.
what I was trying to say is I've met some pretty soulless females out in the world.
Soulless, I'm not sure. Cold-hearted, definitely.
Us.
I've met cold-hearted guys and I've met cold-hearted girls.
Same.
And no one ever talks about non-binary people. I guess we're perfect. Just kidding. There's definitely a lot of problems with non-binary people. Hopefully one day that will change.
Well, you know, it's really hard to criticize something that's in the platonic realm.
So it's really hard to criticize me, I see. Yeah.
Joshua Pastry is so sexist.
Well, yeah. I'm just trying to disprove how I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore.
Lorenzo says that he's cold-blooded, but I don't think he's cold-hearted. I think Lorenzo's one of the warmest cold-blooded creatures I've ever met.
Yeah. Lorenzo definitely has a heart. Definitely. Especially on off-stream chat. But yeah. So yeah. If someone tried to say Lorenzo was soulless, I'd be wondering if you were talking about another Lorenzo.
And there are other Lorenzos in the world.
Yeah, it's a fairly common given name. Not super common, but you see it enough.
Mm.
Comes from Lawrence, or the same
Yeah.
root, both of them do. Actually,
Yeah.
Lorenzo might be older. I don't know. Because I think it comes from a Latin root.
Yeah, I've seen the name Lorenzo a little bit around lately.
But they come from the
no.
same root. Lorenzo and Lawrence are basically the same name.
And every time I see the Lorenzo name, I think of Mr. Sleestack.
Something that's kind of odd about me, like, whenever someone talks about a pastry, for whatever reason, for a split second, think they're talking about, or they are trying to get my attention or something. Like, someone just be talking about bread rolls, and I'm like, you need something? Like, yeah.
Yes, I need some bread.
I need some dough. Some of that green stuff.
Yeah, I can take the green stuff, but I prefer the red stuff. Maybe the brown stuff.
That just sounds wrong.
Well, also to be fair, his money comes in a bunch of different colors. He has like that kind of plastic Monopoly money up there.
Hey, Monopoly money is paper.
You're right. It probably also still has more value than what your government's trading around.
Well, that's probably true too. See, 20s, 20s are green here, 50s are red, and hundreds are brown. So, I'll take a bunch of brown plastic.
I feel like this show is extra spicy tonight.
You guys can get green and you might end up with a 1, so.
But we could end up with an 100.
Yeah, but at least I know what I'm getting with what color.
But is your money repeatedly machine washable?
Yeah.
Oh, is your plastic doesn't degrade over time?
Well, it might degrade over a long time, but not.
The linen our bills are made of, you can just wash it like clothes, like pretty much over and over, as long as you don't do anything stupid to it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because we don't actually have paper money. Our money's made of linen.
Oh. Why does it feel like paper?
Well, because there's a lot of different types of quote-unquote paper, like how like papyrus isn't made out of paper in the same way. Right? You have linen, you have cotton paper. Most people know is paper is made out of wood pulp, but our money is not made out of wood pulp.
Okay.
Lorenzo
I feel like
said,
everyone... Yeah, continue.
Lorenzo said, did Rick just say he likes green She-Hulk but prefers red She-Hulk? I'll take either.
Brown She-Hulk. Which I guess in some ways is borderline what they're trying to do with every character, so...
The Joshua says, you guys need to chill out. This is supposed to be a chill stream. And then Lorenzo says, money laundering is a crime.
I feel like this stream is getting spicy this time around. A lot of roasts.
Yeah, this is nothing.
Listen, I'm always spicy. I'm normally just very like plain about it and you don't notice. Try to just work it in normal speech.
It's more like a sneak attack.
Yeah. It's like I'm not giving you all the salsa at once. I'm just kind of like sneaking in little flakes of pepper in there.
Yeah. Um,
He's kind of like an assassin. He's gonna snipe you and then disappear.
interesting.
Right?
Well, guess who just drew something for I Am the Metal? Not just like within like I don't know.
Joshua.
Oh yeah, it's going in.
I did.
Really? I would love that. I'd be honored if Joshua drew something.
Ow. Yeah. Do it. Do it. Do it.
No, we're actually trying to get Joshua and Rick onto Drawn and Quartered Ultimate Edition at the same time so they can go head to head. It's our long-term plan.
Mm.
How's that going?
We haven't put too much effort into it yet.
I see.
You can start with Crossy's draw along.
Yeah, I mean, if they both have the stones to do it.
Who are you trying to get on again? Joshua and who?
Joshua and you on the Drawn and Quartered, like the fan edition, to go head to head.
Oh. Yeah. that'd be-
Joshua would need some practice.
No, Joshua actually does some pretty good art.
Yeah.
Only people in the Cult of Raven server, or I think sometimes he tweets it out for the draw along because he participates in the draw along a lot for Drawn and Quartered. Really see it, especially if the character works grungy. I think he does some really good grungy pencils. Like he knows how to lean into that.
Yeah. And he's put a couple things in for Cross Comics.
Yeah, he has.
Is it his best stuff or is it okay stuff? No.
Probably I don't think we know. I don't think we've probably ever seen this past, but I don't think we've seen it worse. I don't know what we're doing. Joshua says, I will defeat you, Rick, once and for all.
Who do you think would win? Who
Looks
do
like
you
the
think?
gauntlet has been thrown down.
Mighty Geek Studio says, what are you guys doing now? Just
Hey,
chilling,
Mighty
talking.
Geek! I was on Crossy's show with Mighty Geek.
On
yeah.
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
But Joshua has once been on my show for about 5 seconds.
Why only 5 seconds?
He came on just to wish me happy birthday.
Oh.
So you
Okay.
actually heard his voice?
No.
Wasn't he also in that role playing game we were playing for a while?
No. That was not
okay.
Joshua.
Who was that?
Evan showed up for a single session, or was it 2 sessions?
I think it was
but
2 or
Flit
3. Yeah.
Was the guy who?
Oh,
was with us
Flit.
the whole time.
Yeah, Flit. Yeah. Whatever happened to Flit?
He's
Oh
still
yeah, he showed up in the New Year's Eve vomitorium and pretty much trashed a good chunk of people.
Yeah. Oh well, that's on him.
No, he actually
not-
just
not-
uploaded a video. I think it was yesterday, with the AI voices, where he did a thing where Tucker Carlson had Amy Rose on, and it was pretty funny.
Was that on his channel? Where?
Yeah, it was on his channel.
Lorenzo says,
Yeah.
Rick and Terry are co-founders of my channel. Yeah.
Interesting how there's co-founders. Wait, who's the bigger channel? Lorenzo or Crossy? I think Crossy. Hold on.
I think I have more subs at this point, but he usually gets a bit bigger pull of an audience.
He's currently at 537, and you're currently at 737.
Yeah.
spooky.
Like I said, he usually gets a bigger pull of an audience.
Yeah, and a bigger panel.
Yeah.
His panel be overflowing sometimes. Or often. Yeah.
Yeah. My panels used to be like that once upon a time. Well, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Close.
Yeah.
Joshua put a link to Flit's video. Thanks, Joshua.
Nice. It's a good video. It's funny. But I was actually gonna bring something up too. It's like with the way text to speech is working with AI, and some of it's working like real time, right? To where like you can speak, and then the AI has a computer voice that both picks up your speech and spits out other speech. If you had like a mic injector to where you couldn't hear the person and only the AI, like Joshua could be on streams and you would never even know what he sounds like.
Yeah, well, when he came on, he did use a voice modulator that one time.
Yeah, because everybody talks about text to speech, but like it's getting so good you can do speech to speech.
Interesting. I could never. People would be like, "What are you doing? The voice don't match the character anymore."
I'm trying to slowly. Well, I got to get it back up and running, but I don't have a lot of USB ports. I had that Stream Deck, whatever it is.
A Stream Deck, yeah. Yeah, Joshua used text to speech for that. I thought he did. Some people, the way they used to do speech to speech is they would do speech to text, and then the text from the speech to text would then get put into text to speech in real time. So then you would get speech to speech, but that's like too many steps. And now the AI will literally just go from speech to speech.
I could never. Like, imagine if I were to replace a voice with a robot. What would you have to say? If you have some, like, if you had some straight ass robot voice instead of what I have, I definitely feel like it would bring a totally different vibe to the character.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Metal's doing the different voices, or trying to.
You don't know what I'm trying.
Oh man, you want to know something that happens today? One of my online
he's gone demonic.
Oh, one of my online friends decided to wake me up. To be fair, I was sleeping kind of late today, just due to life. But so like my online friend decided it'd be a good idea to go ahead and wake me up with a call and use his voice changer, like, to test it out. And I'm like, dude, you woke me up for this.
And how would he know that he was going to
We have to go commit deeds of violence.
I ended up telling him, I'm like, hey, dude, you woke me up.
Yeah, but how would he know that he was going to wake you up before he called?
I don't know, man.
Is he supposed to be psychic?
I was just annoyed. To be fair, it was like 5 minutes before I needed to wake up anyway.
That's what makes it even worse. He couldn't wait 5 minutes.
Yeah. Imagine if he was my alarm clock instead of my alarm clock.
Lorenzo says, the metal just made everyone's head explode with his speech to text to speech comment. No one of Rick's army robots will have to clean up the mess. Timothy's metal is Satan confirmed.
Uh, I honestly feel like I'd be closer to Satan, but okay.
Yes, go commit evil.
That's just what we think Satan might sound like, which he probably doesn't sound anywhere close.
No, that's not how Satan would sound at all.
He could have a very
Fairly certain
gay.
Satan would sound more like this.
I feel like he would have a very gay accent with how things are.
I'd say he'd have no accent, but to somebody he'd have an accent because it's hard to say. Because once
Yes, go commit evil and bring me a Subway sandwich.
because it all depends on who you are, what a thing is, an accent is.
Yeah.
Because to Texans, they don't have the accent; it's everybody else. And I messed up my Texas accent.
Are you making fun of my twang, boy?
Yes.
But voice changers are funny if they don't wake you up in the morning.
Then again, something I haven't had on here in a long time, which I'm sure everybody in the chat would love me to bring back once in a while more often, is the chat bot. Or a chat bot that reads the chat for you.
Oh man, that would be scary for your channel. That'd be scary for your channel.
Yes, it's scary because of how many people abuse it at that point.
I feel like you would get more chat at that point.
I have. Because I've used it several times.
Yeah. I know Gary Shipman uses it.
Yeah. Nobody abuses his usually, though.
Imagine if... Yeah, I would just end up being in the chat just so that I could just type some things. Just go
It
ahead.
sounds like, how are you doing today, Gary?
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't want it on my show. The chatbot. Just because I feel like, I just feel like chatbot would distract me.
Yeah.
The chat as it is distracts me.
It's good for people
Sometimes.
that can't really... it isn't easy for them to read the chat. And Gary, I believe our friend Gary has a bit of dyslexia. And no, I didn't... No, he's not borrowing my chatbot. I found out about it through him.
Yeah, I know he has trouble reading. It's probably something like dyslexia, but also on top of that, he is a traditional artist, so it also helps him being able to sit at his desk and not having to look over at the chat too. Like it's a kind of like a double whammy there.
Yeah.
I love Gary's streams, by the way, too.
Yeah.
It just half of them happen to be while I'm asleep because I have a really abnormal sleep schedule.
It depends on time zones too. I had this really cheesy song stuck in my head.
Was it about cheese?
Need to get it. No,
Then how was it cheesy?
I don't know. But yeah. So I have a question for Lorenzo. So for the so for your shows, is it like a first come first serve? Like, hey Lorenzo, can I be on your show? And then the first like 3 people who are like, hey, can I go on your show? Gets on. Is that how things work? Or are you just like, or do you like a name randomizer or what? Like,
Lorenzo says I ended up buying some really cool Gwenpool fan art from Gary Shipman's daughter. Cool. Joshua says I think you might have a bit of dyslexia too, Rick. You misread the chat comments all the time. No, that's just because I'm just trying to read too fast. I don't take my time.
yeah,
patient.
I've done that before too. But then again, I trip
He
on
does
my
that
words.
to all the comments I leave in his chat, Rick.
So Timothy, how was our draw along on Saturday?
I think I skipped that one. I didn't see that one.
I remember seeing your name in the chat, and I'm like, why
Oh.
can't he be on?
Oh right. I don't remember.
Uh,
That
These kind of
figures.
these kind of blur together sometimes.
I'm like, why can't Timothy be on?
Because I don't draw that well. I can kind of draw. I'm just somewhere better than me. So
So
Well, you could come on.
Crossy said draw along, not draw well along.
well, that is an excellent point.
Yeah, and then Tim's just like, I identify as a writer. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's true. I do. I'd rather be the
Hello.
mastermind behind the project, not the talent.
Who just hopped on?
That's Lorenzo.
Hey, Lorenzo.
Hey, I can't stay for long. I don't want to be really keeping people awake here, but
Oh.
Hey,
Okay.
Hey,
Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
Yeah. Hey, Lorenzo.
so Pastry was asking. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep. Right now, I might change it in the future. I'm just trying to keep the people, like, have a small number of people on, and then people have a kind of a tendency to, maybe like sometimes Ethereal Dragon, he'll be able to stick around for a little while, but maybe he can't, stay the whole show. And then after that, I send out the StreamYard link to somebody else, and so. Because I'm trying not to get more than if you get more than 5 or 6 people on, it can get real chaotic,
Oh,
even
yeah, I
then, no,
remember
even more than 4,
16.
can be chaotic, So
I remember when we had 10.
that's yeah, it takes me days to recover from a conversation like that.
Even my mind broke with that.
Yeah, and I'm on the spectrum, so I try not to, not to overwhelm myself like that. But I just wanted to explain that. I figured it'd be really hard to explain in text chat, especially with me being dyslexic and my typos and stuff.
Oh man,
I usually get what
them
you're trying to
typos.
say.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
love
make
them
it less
typos.
overwhelming. Though, if you do get 10 people on there and they overtalk each other, that that does get you can get a lot of viewers that way. But I'd rather not use drama for views.
Oh man,
Yeah, but
I
that
definitely know some names, but I'm not gonna say them. That does
But-
that.
that drama of just people talking over people accidentally or whatever isn't that bad for.
I don't. Yeah, I get stressed out if people get into fights and stuff. I try to avoid that. Now, if it does become like that, though, I will sometimes mention, oh, by the way, something controversial happened on the show, because sometimes there's some really good discussions that
Yeah,
just get kind of heated, and
yeah. If
let's
it's a
say people
real
are talking
discussion.
about. Oh, what did you say? Sorry.
If it's a real discussion, yeah, that's fine. But if it's
Yeah, like I'd like it. Like I don't like if it's something about like people are arguing over AI art. They're discussing it.
Oh man!
They can get kind of
And then-
heated.
And then,
But I'd rather
and then
have
I was
people argue
laughing
about.
it. Yeah. And then I was laughing about a dog and a squeaky toy.
Oh yeah. So that was entertaining. But the thing is, that I'd rather have people argue over like something like artistic related and not like just drama like
Oh man.
yeah, like
there are a lot of shows
what's
like
happening
that with
between two, like what's happening between two different artists or whatever. Them
well yeah or like an intelligent discussion that gets heated versus like they used to have these backyard blood sports channels they called it and it'd be kind of like Jerry Springer. And what ended up happening is the co-hosts of the show they would bring these people on to debate, bring on guests to debate. But then it got to the point where the co-hosts started arguing with each other, and then almost each and every one of these channels ceased to exist. Like one of them, actually, one of the guys threatened to wrestle the other guy, and then the guy who was the wrestler never even showed up.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
you're talking about Kumite with Tonka.
Yeah.
aren't you?
With Tonka Saw, yeah. But there was like that. There was backyard blood sports, which I never even saw. But I think something similar happened with that. There was Worski Live. They did, blood sports, and he had. Oh, it was Worski who had a falling out with Tonka Saw, but then he had a falling out with someone on his own blood sports channel. And it's just, I've
Oh, he had a
seen that
falling out with
happen.
everyone. I remember watching the Mr. Medicare stream where everybody had to hash it out, and still nothing came from it.
Yeah, I think some of the bigger CG channels might. I don't know. It seems like they get a little bit of blood sports going on too. Maybe some of those guys have been on, like say, Ethan Ralph's channel. And Ethan Ralph, I think, is the only one who's left out of that. But he's not even on YouTube. I don't even know what platform he's on.
Yeah, I personally can't stand like YouTube arguments. Like I just am like I've told you this before, but I'm definitely like the type that just wants to take their digital boxing mitts and take it to the DMs.
Yeah,
Where it belongs.
yeah. It's just it really shouldn't happen on air. There's a lot of stuff that happens on air that probably would be best just people handling things behind the scenes, like
Personally, like when people are going on about drama, I don't give a shit enough to care about drama. About the drama, it's like, so what? You have a problem with this person, that person's got a problem with you, some person has a problem with that kind of thing. I mean, do we really care that much about who's got a problem with who or what?
Some do.
That's
but
sad.
like Tim, you've gone through like real life adversity, right? I mean, like you're like you're pretty punk rock, aren't you? I mean, like you're not like
yeah.
yeah. So there's probably so is there like are you more concerned about like say real like off like real life, your town, whatever is.
Well,
you know,
yeah. I
Nothing.
usually care about what people, what I go through, maybe what some of my friends go through, but like when they go on about like Liam and they have to make another Liam joke, I don't care about Liam that much. I don't know him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like some people were showing some video footage of him and his family going to the park and making fun, or whatever. It was just him hanging out with his family. It's like, I don't know, I wouldn't show that on my channel. I don't see how that's like worth joking about.
Some channels can't survive without talking about problems on other channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other channels have with other channels.
Well, we're actually doing that right now, so I don't want this to be the model for
Yeah.
Rick's channel.
No,
No,
but
no.
I mean, like, when it's been like a joke forever, and they're still cracking jokes about him. It's like I don't care.
Yeah, I don't. My concern is that what if like he was reportedly like thinking about harming himself or I don't know all the details, and it's like I wouldn't want to be I wouldn't want to be responsible for like you know contributing to somebody's you know mental anguish in that way, even if I disagree with them about some.
Yeah, and then of course the normal
Matter.
excuse of like, well, that's what gets the views. That's what gets the It's
Yeah.
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 like,
Yeah.
For the
I just
mo-
Yep, continue.
Oh no, go ahead, pastry.
Yeah, I definitely just feel like that style of channel tends to be like disrespectful. Yeah.
And this whole time I thought it was about like making comic books and what your project is, but most of these
Or
channels are not about comic books at all. They just
or
have
or,
people who
or making whatever. Maybe you're doing a channel about woodworking or video games or whatever.
exactly.
Your channel
Yeah.
is supposed to be about playing video games, not about drama.
My
I try to
favorite
combine
woodworking
all that
channel is
stuff.
Mount
I'd like to,
CNC.
have some more panels on who are like into DIY, that DIY ethic, you know.
Yeah.
'Cause, I like when people are, doing their own thing. Maybe they don't have the money to, maybe they can't even maybe they don't want to crowdfund something, but they enjoy like having, say, like an old school like zine. I haven't seen those around in ages,
Oh, I was actually talking to Matt Reese and Twitless and stuff, and Matt Krotz about possibly doing a zine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
That'd be really cool. But like, I get the feeling that like some people they would, if you look at it, like how much people charge for ash cans. Like I'm going to charge $50 for an ash can, or whatever.
Yeah. Ugh.
Well,
I can just imagine that, like make a little zine on a copy machine and then charge $50 or something.
no, zines are meant to be like cheap. Meant to
Yeah.
be, like,
Exactly.
We just charge
exactly.
postage. We'll print it ourselves. If you can afford the postage, we'll send it to you.
Well, ash cans are supposed to be like
Yeah.
I mean, weren't they called ash cans because people just kind of toss it in the
You toss it
trash
into
can
the
or
ash
whatever?
can
It'd be just a way
afterwards.
that someone would go and make kind of a proof of concept and send it to a comic
Yeah.
book company and
It
probably
would
Oh,
be
have
I
it
like
thought-
your teaser book, right? It'd be like maybe anywhere between 12 to 16 pages because it still needs to be divisible by 4. It would be there at the newsstand, and you would read it like right there after you buy it, and then you would just throw it into a literal tray they called the ash can, which is where all the old newspaper copies and stuff would get turned into the furnace afterwards.
Oh,
Okay,
so
yeah,
that's why it's
I
called
see.
an ash can. I thought you were literally talking about a literal ash can. Like, buy an ash can off of Amazon for your ashes. Can. I don't
No.
know.
Oh, that's an urn.
Well, no, they're
No.
an ash can.
Like an ashtray, I think is what something like that is what Rubelis is thinking.
Yeah. A lot of times, even outside, especially non-smoking buildings, which most are now, at least here in Canada, the smokers got to go
CO2.
outside. You got to go outside to smoke. So there's a little can, or well, maybe not so little, depending on thing, where the people put their butts, their ashes.
It's kind of like a modern
That's
day
really put their
Splatoon.
butts. But speaking of which, I need to get my butt off the stream. It's
well-
midnight, and I probably, I don't want to
Yeah.
have my
Yeah,
neighbor
well-
awake.
Well, with that,
I-
Lorenzo, do you want to promote anything before you leave?
Oh yeah. Check out the Slisakian show, which I every week I call it something different typically. And
The Thursday show. I call it the
Thurs-
Thursday show, but
Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. If you're over in the Philippines, it's actually Friday morning at 9 a.m. So, and if you're near in the UK, it's like actually 1 a.m.
and
you
then if you're
Get some
in
British viewers, but
If you're in MST, it's 6 p.m. So
Oh yeah. 6 p.m. was a mountain.
Mountain
Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah,
So like
yeah. It's
Colorado-ish
just 1 hour
area.
difference from Pacific. It's 5 p.m. You can find me on Twitter as Lorenzo Sleestack and Facebook and Twitch. Take care, everybody.
Okay, later.
Take
You're
it easy. It was nice
welcome,
talking.
Lorenzo.
Pastry, would you like to
I'll
promote
let the
anything?
metal go first.
Okay, Metal, would you like to promote anything?
Yes, actually, probably the same thing we were talking about earlier. But before that, remember, Vomitorium is up tomorrow, same time, same place as always.
Yeah,
6
and
Central.
we always go ahead and overlap our shows.
Yeah, but more importantly, tomorrow is the 5th anniversary of X Dynamis Chaos. So, run an event. If you guys would like to participate, I'll drop the link in the chat again. You can find it right there. And like I said, any art quality above stick figures is acceptable.
So basically, my style are better, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You want to promote anything, Pastry?
Alrighty, I just have my YouTube channel currently. I'm pretty boring compared to everyone else. I just have a YouTube. I did an Instagram for a little while. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with just sharing the channel for now, which I think I said this last week, but I hit 600.
Yeah, you did. And again, congrats.
It'd be good if I hit 1,000 by the end of the year, but who knows?
Yes, it would.
YouTube's interesting.
Yes, that's one way to say it. Tim,
But yeah, that's it.
Tim,
me.
anything you want to promote?
Well, Melvin 2 will be available for 4 more days, and Melvin 3 is almost finished art wise again. Then the script will be finished and it'll be ready soon.
Cool. So I guess that's it. So thank all my panelists for coming on, and I
You're
will
welcome.
thank everybody out in the chat for coming by and chatting with us and participating with this crazy live stream as usual. Um, and just if you haven't, go check out my TikTok. I know most of you guys aren't into TikTok. I'm just trying to build it up so we get more traction, get more people here, and getting them, get Cross Comics really famous. Okay, so we'll catch you all later. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all. See you either in a short in next week or in one of my shorts.